BTS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channeled message for April 20th to the 26th. So welcome everyone. This is what we have for this coming week. I see a lot of things coming to a completion, but I also feel the energy of round and round we go, and where we wind up nobody knows. So a lot of you are going to be looking at the things that you do that are redundant, that just, why do I do this? Because it doesn't make any sense to do it. I'm just doing it to be busy. And but I hear completion. So a lot of you are in a completion cycle where you are cleaning and clearing up things that just take up time but don't really are not in reverberation with you. In other words, they're not feeding you any more than you're feeding whatever it is you're trying to do or why you're doing it. All right. And I also hear something about coincidence, and they're saying coincidink. So there are no coincidences. So be mindful of who you run into, who you were thinking of, that somebody just, mentioned. Because they're thinking of you, you're probably going to run into them. All right. So there are no coincidences. There's a divine timing for everything, and divine appointments that we make with many. Let's see. They're talking about a quarter and a half. It's I don't know why they're bringing this in, because they said it's like, how much do I need to use? And they said a quarter and a half. And I hear no more time wasted. So I don't know why they're bringing it in like this, but for whomever this is, I'm sure it will make sense. And again, it's all about not wasting time. Not that we can waste time. Time's an illusion, but we want to have good memories when we're here, and we want to create good memories with whatever it is we're experiencing. And be mindful of our creations. What are we creating? What are you creating? Why are you creating it? And I do want to say, for those of you that say, why bother at all? They're saying, get off your own back, because a lot of you have been really hard on yourself, and it's like whatever you do, it's never enough. So start telling yourself that enough is enough, because that's also when we start wasting time. They're talking a lot about weekend and weekend plans. Okay, again, they're saying this is one of those divine appointments. You're going to be thinking of somebody, you're going to run into somebody, or somebody's going to cross your path. It's going to be of significance in your life. So this is a divine appointment. Trust me, I've had many people I've met in my life that it has been a divine appointment where their energy and what they had to share, good, bad, and different, made an impact. So there will be this divine appointment. Also, for a lot of you, they're saying they want you're going to start seeing people and situations and things with a lot more compassion, including yourself. Because I'm working with it's working with me. Let me get that straight, okay? I didn't know what I was going to hold today, or if anything, but it's a rose quartz, and it's just such a soft, smooth stone. But they wanted to put it right up here to my third eye right away, as if it was giving me compassion as well as extending compassion. So a lot of you will begin to see things from a more compassionate eye. There are dynamics and things going on that we don't always see. Just like the seed that gets planted and the little roots that are down underneath the soil. There's a lot growing on and going on down in through here, and so sometimes we tend to see people as this is how they are, or they're this kind of person or that. We don't know who they are. You don't even know who you are. Trust me. It's a continual unfolding, but they're wanting you to start to see people with more love, and thus you will see yourself the same, because there are dynamics and things going on that you don't fully understand. You're not in their life. You don't know them. I don't care how tuned in we think we are, all right? Yeah, let's see. Okay, they're talking about flagging others down and looking for approval. And I would say that this would be people that you consider to be your elders, or people that you consider to be sages or wise ones. Um, there's some of you that are really looking for them to give you the authentication that what you're doing is valid, that you're valid, that your thoughts and ideas and emotions are valid. And they're saying just go to the mirror. Just go to the mirror and look at your own reflection. Start noticing how you're seeing yourself. More compassion. And know that you're the only one. You get approval here, all right, from the creator, from the source. All right, source energy is going to feed that. And they're going to come to you through many different people and things. But I see that this is happening more so with people that maybe, and I don't want to say a pedestal, but maybe you think they have more of a main line to source energy. And there are many that have, a strong connection that can assist you that way. But just know God works through everything and everyone. It could be somebody in the grocery store that just all of a sudden starts saying some things you've been wanting to hear. So in other words, they're wanting you to just pay attention, because things are happening all the time. Not in one place, not with one person. You can get your answers everywhere. All right. All right, I'm hearing Friday night blues. So I see some of you might go through a little bit of a dip in your energy on Friday. But I also feel that there is, I feel like there's a little bit of sadness and some things that are needing some healing. So it really doesn't have to do with, this is the way they're bringing it in. It's like, we don't want to think that not what we don't want to think. Many people are off on the weekends, all right? Some people work Friday nights, but for whatever reason, it's the Friday night blues of that not that you're missing out on something, but that you have that time to be with yourself finally, when work schedules are quiet and you finally sit to be with yourself, and it's your Friday that you should be enjoying. You're having these Friday night blues. But they're saying that there is a lot of healing that is being offered to you and wants to be offered to you. So allow yourself the quiet time to know that there are no mistakes, there are no accidents, that you're where you're at, because it's the best place for you to be in that moment, being alone with yourself, feeling your feelings, having your thoughts, but without necessarily judging yourself for feeling those feelings or having those thoughts, So you're being heard, you're being whispered to, you're being loved, and you're being nurtured is what they really want you to know. There's a mother vibration and a father vibration that's coming in. These are two separate situations. There's a mother coming in that's giving a lot of love and letting you know they're there with you, that they're giving you that love, and then a father steps in for some others of you, and the father is, again, they're talking about no coincidences. So remember what I said, the weekend is going to have that divine meeting. So be mindful, all right? There's a lot that we can find down in those valleys that we visit. All right, let's see what else they have for that week. A lot of activity. I'm hearing something about a motorcycle. I don't know if somebody wants to buy a motorcycle, but I see a lot of energy. Yeah, I heard bicycle first, and then they said motorcycle. But I feel like a lot of physical activity, a lot of getting out, moving about, getting your energy. It's like to say mojo moving, but getting your energy moving. I want to say too that be mindful of people that like to stir up things just to stir up things, or people that are loud and not necessarily obnoxious, but let's just say being very verbal and having strong opinions is their nature. And so you might want to steer that bike or that motorcycle in a different direction. Go around that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're saying that a lot of you get very affected by that kind of, like, it's like just loud, and that it just breaks up the energy. And they say just keep flowing, get your energy up and keep it going, because you're really getting a lot of nourishment from your activities. Mm-hmm. For that whole week. They want you to start asking for what you want more, and they also want you to reach out and receive what it is that wants to come to you. Know that you're worthy. Know that Spirit wants you to receive, but also that they want you to ask. Now, you don't say, I want a red shiny car. Just say, I'd really like a great, mode of transportation. I'd like to have a nice car, whatever, and just let them bring about the coincidences that will bring it to you. All right. Okay, I hear they want you to make friends with yourself. Your consciousness is always creating. So as you wake up to what it is you are creating, what you're thinking, start creating more constructively. You know, if you need access or help with something, ask for it. I was visiting a friend in the hospital not too long ago, and there were certain needs that were needing to be met. And I said, why don't we ask that the doctor, because there were different doctors coming in that sometimes you don't know if they're really able to even communicate with one another. And I said, let's just ask that the right people show up and that the right information comes forward to assist you. Sure enough, the very next day that all happened. But you have to ask, we have to ask. We're so used to wondering and pondering and trying to, a nice click in my room when I did that too. If we just direct, be direct. All right. So let's see what they have for the whole week. I see there's a lot of little bumps. All right. So there'll be a lot of little things coming up, but they said, don't worry, those little bumps are going to take you up to that big jagged mountain that you've been wanting to climb. You know how sometimes it's like you want to achieve something in life, you think, oh no, that'd just be too difficult, or I'm just not fit for that, or I wouldn't be able to sustain it, get there. And of course I'm using a mountain as an analogy. Something that you want to do, something you want to become, something you want to experience. You're making it bigger than it is. And you're seeing it as it is, but when you're working with Spirit, they will smooth it out. So that's why they're showing there's a lot of these little bumps coming, but those bumps are going to like take it so that all of a sudden you're on that mountain. It's like, well, how did I get here? So in other words, sometimes when things happen, you're thinking, well, why is this, gosh, one thing after another just keeps happening to me. That's because they're getting you in the right space. They're getting you in the right energy, and they're building you up, and they're going to, all of a sudden, you're where you want to be. So trust Spirit. Trust how they are guiding and directing your life. There's going to be some movement and some changes for some of you. I don't know if some of you are changing some things around in your home, doing some construction, but I see some changes going on. So I feel it's more like construction type work, but it feels good, productive, and I hear something about appearance. So there's just something they want you to kind of pay attention with that though a little bit. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Well, with that, have a great week. Thank you.